Two guys not related, yet somehow are given the same name. It's time for the Two Daves podcast, where we'll answer the age-old question, are two Daves better than one? And now, here's Dave and Dave.
That's right. You have entered the family-friendly safe zone. Welcome to another Two Daves podcast, where the meteorologist and the two Daves have one thing in common. They're wrong 54% of the time. Hey, I'm Dave.
And I'm the other Dave. And now your 3-day weather forecast. Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday.
Hey, this ain't tacos, and this ain't a lot of other things as well.
That's for sure. Hey, we're back and ready for another great or okay or what other word could we use for this, Dave?
I don't know. I was just saying, it sounded like you're going to say we're ready for another great podcast, and I was wondering when we were going to have the first one.
Yeah, I know. Me too. Yeah, we're ready for our first. Maybe this might be the best podcast yet. So, okay. Anyway, hey, if you're listening to us on YouTube, please don't forget to subscribe. And by the way, for our older fans, make sure that you know that you don't have to pay to subscribe to YouTube like the other Dave tried doing. How did that go, Dave?
I tried. I wound up giving a bunch of money to some prince in Nairobi, and I don't know.
Oh man! Hey, and also click the bell right next to that. It'll let you know when our next episode is up. And hey, our newest episode just released. And I want to say something, Dave. The last 4 podcasts that we've done have not been in a row. Like we record these in advance.
Yeah, we've gone out of order. Yeah.
I mean, we're just like our podcast. We're out of order.
Yeah.
So it might not make sense to you, but it makes a whole lot of sense to us. And it just makes us laugh at realizing.
Yeah, when we record these, we imagine that they'll probably be aired consecutively, but then, some things happen and we make some executive decisions and we decide to air one earlier than another. And so consequently, it can be a little confusing when you listen to them.
I'm confused just listening to you right now. So,
yeah, well,
anyway, hey, now one thing that we've tried to do is try to encourage you, our listeners, all 6 of you, to comment.
6?
We're up to 6 now. Yes.
All right.
To comment on our podcast, what you liked hearing, comment on things that we, suggest for you to write down, or things that you would like to listen to. So far, we've not done very well at that, but if you could this time, try.
Dave, I have to confess that there have been some comments made, but I've deleted them.
Were they about you?
Well, they were about the podcast. Like, for example, one said what they would like to hear is not the Two Daves podcast. So I deleted that one. And there were just some derogatory things about one of the Daves. I don't know which one they were talking about, but they said the one that colors their hair. And they just said that that's just really, they didn't want to have anything to do with a podcast of somebody that colors their hair. So I deleted all those because I knew that you didn't want to see them.
Yeah. Well, I deleted some myself.
Did you?
I did. There were some comments that were about you. And one was, could you please tell Dave Quell to please stop talking about Dan Quell, his brother.
You mention his name a lot more than I do.
You are the one that started it. Just let me remind you. Oh man, we're so thankful you can't see us right now because it would be even harder for us to get up on the days that our podcast would drop. So,
well, it's funny that you say you're glad that they can't see us. I'm seeing you, and it looks like you are trying to look like me tonight.
Well, again, you cannot see us, you can hear us, but I did. I bought myself some new specs. And when I put them on tonight and I looked at you, I didn't realize that we could be, brothers.
Well, we could be. We could, couldn't we? Matter of fact, you know what? Right now, I'm going to take your picture and I'm going to put it on our Instagram page. There we go.
All right.
On the Instagram page and let everybody see that, that we are brothers tonight.
Yeah. I just wondering, how tall is your chair on your side of the room? Because your microphone's covering your whole face. And
well, it's just a good thing that people can't see what we're doing.
That is true. That is true. Oh, well. It's
anyway, I forgot to mention that any comments that you have, whether good or bad, I think.
That's a typo, friend.
It could be comments about. Could be comments about. Dave and coloring his hair. Could be comments about me and Dan Quayle.
It could.
Whatever comments you have, go ahead and leave those, and because we'd love to hear from you.
Dave, you need to shut your pie hole for a moment, if you would, please. Okay, hey, it's time for the 2 Daves fact of the day.
Wait a minute, what?
Yes.
It's time for the 2 Daves fact of the day?
It is.
Oh, I've got to get ready for this.
Okay.
No, wait, hold it. Why don't you go ahead and give the fact of the day?
Okay, I will. It's time for the 2 Daves fact of the day, and today it's sponsored by Frank's Every Sauce. Have you ever had that, Dave?
I've had sauce.
Frank's Every Sauce is 16 sauces in one. That's right. In this sauce of Frank's, it's ketchup, barbecue, honey mustard, tartar, fish, Polynesian, ranch, mayonnaise, mustard, yogurt, soy, hot sauce, mystery sauce, ketchup, again, marinara, and pesto. That's right. It's Frank's Every Sauce for everything you can think of putting sauce on.
Is that real?
Huh?
Is that real?
I don't know. Sounded good.
It doesn't sound good, but that's all right.
Okay, hey, here's 2 Daves fact of the day to make your life a little better. And it's this. Wait. Okay, the dentist invented the electric chair.
A dentist invented the electric chair.
That's correct.
I'm so glad that you shared that. It's made my life better just knowing that.
Yes,
I'm reason not to go to the dentist.
That's for sure. That is for sure.
Hey, listen, Dave. I can say for sure.
Okay.
Last week in our podcast episode, we talked about dynamic duos.
We did.
But we got so wound up that we didn't even get close to being halfway done. So we are going to revisit that tonight. We're going to give you part 2 of the dynamic duos. But I thought it'd be fun to look back at the weapons used by the most incredible dynamic duo that has ever existed. And that's Batman and Robin on their TV show. Do you remember their TV show back in the 60s?
I do.
Oh, man, me too.
From the reruns.
Yeah. Well, I remember watching it live.
You do?
Yes, absolutely.
I didn't know it was on live. I thought it was pre-recorded.
Well, you know what I mean. Real time.
Oh, okay.
Prime time.
Okay.
And I had a Batman suit, and I would wear that. My sister made a Robin suit, and so she wore that. And then we had to get my brother involved, so we made a Batgirl suit for him.
Johnny wearing a Batgirl suit.
Yeah.
That's funny.
And I remember that when we jumped to the Batmobile, it was my dad's. My dad had this big, overstuffed chair, as most dads have. And in order to drive the Batmobile, I would hit the side of his, like his arm, the arm of the chair. I would just hit that over and over, and that was driving the Batmobile.
To the Bat chair.
Yeah. Well, I'm glad you said to the Bat chair, because there's so much stuff, so many trinkets and gadgets that were used on that show.
That's for sure.
I'd like for us to talk about tonight.
Yeah. Okay. Well, go ahead and let's talk about it. I mean, are we talking about like the utility belt and all the stuff that they had?
Yeah, like for instance, some of their standard equipment, there was a batarang. Remember that?
Oh.
Instead of a boomerang, it was a batarang.
Yeah. Now, was that tied? Did they have a rope on the end of it that they'd throw it and then they would hit a window and then they would climb up on that? Isn't that what that batarang was for?
No. The batarang would literally, it would come back. They only used it a couple times, but they would throw it and it would come back. So.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
All right. Well, there was also the bat rope.
Now that's what you're talking about. They would throw the bat rope,
true.
and that's how they would climb buildings. Yeah.
That's
And
true.
there was the bat cuffs.
I remember that that was kind of James Bondish, wasn't it?
It was, yeah. Well, I'm sure that they were probably stealing from James Bond a little bit. Not stealing from James Bond, but sending up James Bond.
Yeah. Yeah. So then there was the bulletproof bat shield. I remember that.
Yes. Oh, yeah. And then there was the bat magnifying lens.
Oh man, they were stretching it, man, for these.
When you were a kid, did you know that show was a comedy?
No.
I didn't either when I was a kid.
No.
And now I watch it and it is hilarious. They were really
yeah.
very witty, very sharp writing. It was a great comedy.
It was. There was a bat SWAT.
Yes, bat SWAT. And a bat lube.
What? A bat lube.
Bat lube.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. These are all, we got this from our researchers found all this out for us. Okay. So that's the standard equipment, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay. Well,
And
now
there's
we're going to
also
go.
weapons and antidotes.
Yeah. Right. Like the bat sleep gas. I remember that.
Yes, absolutely. And the
Yeah.
bat wake gas. That was the antidote.
Yes, that's true. You got to have bat wake with bat sleep,
Mm-hmm.
right?
Yeah, I have to get him up somehow.
And then this is a good one. This was when their bat hair got out of control, they would use bat wax solvent.
The bat hair. Their bat hair got out of control.
Yeah, they put wax on their eyebrows and then they would, right?
I'll be honest, I don't remember the bat wax solvent, but I'm sure it was on there. I do remember the bat antidote powder.
Yes.
I used that when I gave.
What's this one? Batcillin.
Well, instead of
Penicillin?
thank you, I couldn't think of the word. Instead of penicillin, and anytime that somebody would use biological warfare against Robin, Batman would pull out the Batcillin.
I can hear him. Quick, Robin, the Batcillin.
I thought the Batcillin was the top area of the Batcave, the Cillin.
Oh yeah, that's the Batcillion.
Yeah. And then, of course, and this comes not from the show itself, the movie.
One of the greatest movies ever.
Yeah. Bat shark repellent.
Oh, you know what? Yeah, I love that. The shark was on his foot.
Yeah.
Right?
That looks so real.
It did.
It really did. A matter of fact, I still watch that movie and I go, oh, I'm scared.
Dave,
it's just so realistic.
You know what I just realized?
No.
We've done, these are a few of Dave's favorite things.
Yeah.
And the
We've
Batman and Robin movie never was even talked about.
Well, that just, I'm telling you, because I've thought many times after we've done Dave's favorite things and Dave's favorite things part 2, I keep thinking of movies and TV shows and I go, wait a minute, we forgot to talk about that. I just have so many favorites that we can't possibly include them in 2 episodes.
Well, here's a good category. Good category would be either movies that became TV shows or TV shows that ended up with a movie.
Oh, there's a lot of those.
Yeah, there are. Okay, then we got one more category, right?
Okay, yes. Electronic gadgets.
Oh, these should be good.
What you got?
The Bat speech imitator used to produce Batman's voice when Alfred was dressed as Batman. I remember that.
I do too. Yeah.
He put it up to the phone, right?
Yeah. I wondered how in the world they did that.
It was the bat speech imitator.
Yeah, really. It was great. And then there was the voice controlled Batmobile relay circuit.
That's highly sophisticated.
It really is.
That I believe they made that at the John Deere plant. I'm not for sure, but
probably.
Yeah. And then there was the electronic translator.
Yes. Yeah.
Was that the computer?
Probably.
Okay.
And the wireless bat transmitter. They were ahead of their time, weren't they?
They were. What about the bat spot analyzer?
I don't remember that. The bat spot analyzer.
I don't either.
Oh, okay.
I don't
Well,
either.
bat homing transmitter.
The what?
Bat homing transmitter. So I guess they could find their way back home.
Well, you missed one. There's the electronic hair bat analyzer.
Oh, yeah. The electronic hair bat analyzer.
I got 3 strands.
I think that somebody needs to do that with your hair.
I think so too. Okay, what else?
Well, there was the bugging devices that were constructed in the bat cave from spare components.
Oh yeah. Components?
Yeah.
Components?
Well, how do you say it? You say components?
Components?
Yeah, well, I say components.
I would not say that more than 3 times in a row. So, okay, then there's the bat direct.
Wait a minute. I'm going to do it. That.
No, no, I'm talking. Don't even do it.
Not say that 3 times in a row.
No, don't say component.
Component.
Okay, not bad. Sounds Italian to me. Okay, then there was the bat directional finder.
Yes. Yep. It's called a GPS. GPS.
They were ahead of their times.
They were. I'm telling you what.
I like this next one.
There's the mobile phone bat plugs so that they could use the portable bat phone.
Wow. I mean, that's like my Apple Watch.
Yeah.
If it was Batman, he would have an Apple Watch today.
Yep.
Right?
Yeah. You ever think that the guys who invented some of these things watched Batman and got their ideas?
I don't know. I mean, Alfred was a genius.
Alfred wasn't he?
He was.
I love Alfred.
Yeah. Well, I guess it's time to dig into Dynamic Duos Part 2.
Yes.
Okay.
We're going to try to scoot along here tonight.
We are. We just want to just kind of highlight a few things. If you're thinking about becoming a dynamic duo, our research team found out that there's some guidelines that you should maybe think about following. And as always, the 2 Daves are here to help you out. And we'll start with one of them. The first one was opposites have the best chemistry. Remember us talking about that, Dave?
Yeah, we talked about that. And then also we talked about the introvert and the charismatic person.
Yeah.
Like Laurel and Hardy. Great example of that dichotomy.
That's right. Or Steve and Ralph. Steve and Ralph?
Steve and Ralph?
Yeah, they're my next door neighbors. One lives on one side and the other. They're okay. And then same yet different.
Yeah, yes. Same yet different, like Lucy and Ethel from the I Love
That's
Lucy.
true. Why were they same yet different, Dave?
Well, they were the same because they were both brainless, very physical comedy type of people, but different in that I think Ethel kind of would a lot of times bring Lucy to the ground. She was not quite as zany as Lucy.
Lucy wanted the spotlight.
Yeah.
Desperately.
Ethel was happy to not be the spotlight.
Yeah. Well, so it's our goal to really do a 2 Daves best and worst duos of all time.
Yes.
Now, we started last week and we have different categories. Mm-hmm. And we realized that after we started this, we were in trouble.
Yeah. We just bit off more than we could chew.
Ooh, you might need some Batcillin for that.
Yeah.
Okay, so we started last week with cartoon duos.
And we were brainstorming these. You were at your house, I was at my house, and we were trying to come up with all these. And I don't know about you, but like I had family at my house, and they were all shouting some suggestions, and I'm including them all, and we just wound up with way too many, didn't we?
We did not have certain ones that should have been on there.
Yeah. Like, for example, we did not include in cartoon duos, we did not include Yogi Bear and Boo Boo.
Oh, great characters.
Oh, I got to tell you, one episode I remember is somebody had made a shish kebab, and Yogi says, "It's a shish kebab, baba. I mean, it's a shish kebab, Boo Boo." I love that. I still remember that from when I was a kid.
Hey, Yogi. Oh yeah, I like the one cartoon.
Anyway,
the one cartoon duo. The other one that we missed was Carol and Cindy Lou. Carol and Cindy Lou, the cartoon duos. Remember them?
I don't remember that.
No,
are you sure those aren't your neighbors?
Wait a sec. I think those are cartoons I made up as a kid. I'm not for sure.
Probably.
No, they were great duos though. I can't remember what they did. Okay. And then we did, what was the best? We came up with.
I think we came up with Woody and Buzz were the best.
The worst was Mario and Luigi.
Mario and Luigi, yeah.
Yeah. Just not good chemistry there.
Yeah.
Not
good. They're not same, but different.
Yes. That's right. And then we came up with TV duos as our next category.
Yes.
And we had lots there and lots that we did not do. In fact, if I can real quickly.
Yeah, do it.
Talk about the ones we did not do. Hans and Franz.
From Saturday
Fonzie and Richie.
Mm-hmm.
Johnny Carson and Ed McMahon.
Yeah.
Wayne and Garth.
Yeah.
Starsky and Hutch.
Uh-huh.
Donnie and Marie.
Well, you forgot Frasier and Niles.
Oh, Frasier and Niles.
Steve Irwin and the Crocs.
Yes. Bob Ross and Painting.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Captain Kirk and Spock, I think, was one too.
Yeah, and Kermit and Miss Piggy. I don't know that we did that. So, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, Joni and Chachi.
Oh, yeah. Everybody loves Joni and Chachi.
Yeah, well, I didn't.
Well, why didn't you like them?
First of all, I'm not a big spinoff person. But secondly, I was not a big Joni person, and I was not a big Chachi person.
Well, that would make sense then why you didn't like them.
Yeah, why I didn't like Joni and Chachi. Joni loves Chachi. Yeah, no.
I hate to say this about Happy Days, which is one of my favorite sitcoms.
Yeah.
Is that they got worse. It got worse towards the last 2-3 seasons were not the best.
Well, you know that the phrase jumping the shark was coined because of a Happy Days episode.
Yes, that was a great episode. It's a part 2.
Yes, the episode where Fonzie literally jumped the sharks out on his skis, his water skis.
And you remember what happened?
You know what? I don't. What was the ultimate?
He jumps over, and the shark comes up on his leg, and it's not on his leg. And Fonzie goes, and brings out his shark repellent, and sprays the shark, and the shark falls off. Remember that? Isn't that how that went?
Dave, you are getting some shows confused. I will tell you that.
Okay. All right.
So what did we come up? What was our favorite duo in the TV area?
Well, I believe we tied.
Okay.
I believe it was Ray and Robert Romano.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And then Andy and Barney.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
From the Andy Griffith Show. And the worst?
Laverne and Shirley.
Yep.
Yeah. Another spinoff.
Yeah, it was another spinoff. And they got old. They were Lucy and Ethel wannabes.
Yeah, they were.
We're hurting somebody's feelings saying this.
Probably. But, when we talk about the chemistry, it's, I think I brought this up last time. They were notorious for not having good chemistry. Penny Marshall and Cindy Williams. They were notorious for the battles and the fights. And when that happens, I think that I think that takes away from the screen. I think you can tell there's no chemistry.
It carried over onto the screen, didn't it?
Yeah. Unlike, for example, in The Office, when you have Michael and Dwight or Jim and Pam, those actors worked well together because they had such great chemistry, and you could see it on the screen.
You remember that, we missed somebody on the TV duos.
Uh-oh.
And that was Ralph Cramden and Norton.
Oh, Ralph and Norton.
What was it, Norton?
Yeah, Ed Norton. Norton, Ralph Cramden on the Honeymooners.
Yeah. And it was Honeymooners only one season, Dave?
Yes, just one season.
And that's really surprising to a lot of people. It was 39 shows, I believe.
Yeah.
And but their chemistry was so good, but they really liked one another.
Yeah, absolutely.
And you could tell.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Does that surprise you? It was only one season?
It does. When I first heard that was only one season. Yeah. But I don't even see that anymore. It used to be that you could see the Honeymooners on TV, but I haven't seen that around for a long time. But boy, that was good TV.
It was good TV.
It was cheap. The sets.
Oh, yeah.
They're like your high school play.
Yeah.
But it was so funny. I mean, Jackie Gleason, Art Carney, those two guys. Oh my goodness.
I know, they were good. Okay, well, enough of your talk, and let's move on to the next one. We're talking about movie
duos.
Yeah, movie duos. Okay, you give us the first 4, and I'll give the next 4, and we'll just start talking about them. You want to do that?
Well, first of all, we have Laurel and Hardy. I don't think you can talk about movie duos unless you talk about Laurel and Hardy, that great comic duo from made famous in silent films, and then they made the transition into sound. Great duo there. And then,
did you ever see the movie about them, Dave?
No, I didn't. I know what you're talking about, but I never saw it.
Yeah. I think people 40 and under probably have not really seen Laurel and Hardy. You and I probably grew up watching them. They were on TV every Sunday morning, playing the reruns, and it was great, comedy.
I saw Laurel and Hardy movie here the other day, and I just laughed. I laughed out loud. It was just funny.
Yeah, it was. Who else do you have?
Abbott and Costello.
No,
kind of along the same lines, except a little later on, made famous on radio, but then they did several movies together. And of course, the best bit was Who's on First.
Yeah.
And that is, I'm telling you, you go back and listen to Who's on First. And folks, if you haven't heard Who's on First, some of you younger folks may not have heard it. YouTube it. It's on there. Listen to it. It is still laugh out loud funny to this day.
Yeah, that's true.
You had your straight guy, Abbott, Bud Abbott, and then Lou Costello was the fool. But they were great together.
Let me give you one interesting fact, Dave.
What?
One interesting fact. My grandfather, who died at age 95 here about 5 years ago, he was living in North Hollywood, and he was one of the builders for either Abbott or Costello. He was on the crew to build their house.
Oh, really?
Yep. Mm-hmm.
Did he meet them?
I don't know. Grandpa didn't talk much about that, but I just knew about that.
Huh, very interesting.
Yeah, interesting.
Well, then I also don't think you can talk about early movies without talking about Fred Astaire and Ginger Rogers. And that was wonderful. I mean, okay, I'm going to tell you, I'm not really, I'm not like a dance guy. I'm like the old song, I can't dance, I don't want to. But you can't help but when you watch Fred and Ginger move together, I mean, that was just some amazing choreography, amazing talent. And Ginger Rogers once said she did the exact same thing that Fred Astaire did, except backwards and in high heels. So,
when you think of dancing, Dave, Fred and Ginger, they were two incredible. Again, we talked about this. Not only were they good dancers, great dancers, they were great actors too.
Yes. Yeah.
And
Ginger Rogers is a great actress, a very underrated actress.
Yeah. Well, I think a great duo that we don't have on this list is Bing Crosby and Danny Kaye.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
You talk about dancing, they both could dance, but one was a way better dancer. One was a better actor, singer, that kind of thing. But that was a good one.
I enjoyed Bing Crosby and Fred Astaire in Holiday Inn.
Yeah, that was a good one too.
Yeah.
I agree. And what's your fourth one?
One more pair, and that would be Martin and Lewis, Dean Martin and Jerry Lewis.
Well, there you go with straight man, funny man,
and a clown.
Introvert and extrovert.
Mm-hmm.
Same but different. They need all three,
Yeah.
And it's too bad that they got in a fight and it lasted as long as it did.
Yeah, their chemistry was ruined there towards the end because of ego. But I'm glad that they did make up. Yeah, and money. They made up before it was over, I guess. But
did you watch it when they came back together?
I did not.
I did. It was on the muscular dystrophy telethon. Mm-hmm. And Frank Sinatra brought them together.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Yeah, they were good. I love their movies. In fact, I've been watching a couple of them on YouTube for free.
Oh, yeah. Good. Yeah. Well, you go ahead and give me the last four.
Okay, so this would be from 3 movies called Back to the Future 1, 2, 3. It's Marty and Doc.
Oh, yes. Well, I think probably this audience knows that we like Marty and Doc.
Yeah. What do you think made them such a great dynamic duo?
Well, that's a good question. They are different. They are the same but different.
Mm-hmm.
I think there's a lot of unanswered questions as to why these were friends, a high school kid and a disgraced nuclear physicist. Uh-huh. But I don't think we need to know the backstory behind that. They're just great foils for each other. It's the same but different thing.
They had great chemistry, didn't they? Working together.
Yeah.
I thought they were good. They're a good one. Chewie and Han Solo
from the Star Wars movies.
Yeah. I mean, the last one that they were in was what, just a few years ago, right?
Yeah.
And it was kind of nostalgic feeling watching them come back together and do all that stuff. That was good.
Harrison Ford has always been one of my favorite actors.
Yeah.
I'd love to be Chewie to Han.
What?
I would love to be Chewie to Han. To partner up with Harrison Ford in a movie, because our acting skills are a lot alike.
Well, you do act a lot like Chewie, and you look a lot like Chewie as well.
I smell a lot like Chewie.
Yeah, that's for sure. The next one is Felix and Oscar.
Yes, the Odd Couple. Yes.
And some people would say, well, that's TV, like me. But you reminded me of the movie, and that was great. That was with Jack Lemmon and Walter Matthau. Great actors.
Great actors, and they worked so well together that they wound up doing other movies together over the years, including, of course, before they died, Grumpy Old Men and Grumpy Old Men 2. But yes, they were great together.
Were they in Cocoon together?
No.
Okay.
One of them was that movie. But before it was even a movie, it was on the Broadway stage. Art Carney played Felix.
Oh, I did not know that.
Yes. Unfortunately, right now it slips my mind to tell you who played Oscar. But I thought that the movie pairing of Jack Lemmon and Walter Matthau was great. And it was just so, I was sad to see them ruin the movie. Not ruin the movie. No, that isn't what I meant to say. Sorry to see them take the movie and turn it into a TV series, but Tony Randall and Jack Klugman were great. That they made that a great TV show.
I still like watching them.
Yeah.
By the way, Cocoon, I just wanted to make sure you were right. Wilford Brimley.
Yes.
Don Amici.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Don Amici won an Oscar for it.
That's right. Yeah. Yeah, okay. I don't know why I was thinking those guys. Okay, then the last one, who I'm not like, I've seen this movie, but I don't remember much about this movie, is Butch Cassidy and the Sundance Kid. It is rated on the internet the top 2 or 3 duos
Really?
for movies.
I will tell you that I'm sure the reason why they're rated so high was because of the incredible performances by Paul Newman and Robert Redford, who would go on to also star in The Sting. Have you seen The Sting?
Yes, I like this thing.
That is, I think I probably mentioned in one of the favorite things episodes. It's one of my favorite movies. And it's because of those two. They are just great together. And so they're able to take their characters, Butch and Sundance, who are same but different,
Yeah.
and great chemistry. You know, it's a great movie. It's a kind of an anti-Western. It's not it's not True Grit, but it's good.
Were any of those 2 movies there, Butch Cassidy and Sundance Kid or The Sting? Wasn't The Sting Academy Award winner, and wasn't Butch Cassidy and Sundance Kid? Did they win something too or not?
Yeah, the Sting won Best Picture. Butch Cassidy and the Sundance Kid was nominated for Best Picture. It was 4 years before The Sting, but it did receive an nomination.
Okay, what year was The Sting? What year was
73.
that? 73. Mm-hmm. Okay, well, I'm learning something because the movie snob would know. So, yeah. Okay, so we got to rate this stuff.
Yes, we do.
So let's go ahead. This is how we rate it between 1 and 10. We'll go 1, 2, 3 and give a number.
For Laurel and Hardy. Ready? 1, 2, 3, 8.
I couldn't say it. I was going to say 8 too.
Are you having problems, Dave?
I'm having problems. Okay, next one.
All right, Abbott and Costello. 1, 2, 3, 8.
8.
We're thinking alike tonight. All right, Fred and Ginger. 1, 2, 3, 6.
7.
Okay. Okay, Martin and Lewis. 1, 2, 3, 6.
8.
Oh, got some discrepancy there. I only said 6 because they wound up not being such a dynamic.
I know.
At the end of it, so.
I said 8 because I knew you'd say 6. So, okay, Marty. Okay, Marty and Doc. Huh?
Marty and Doc. Okay.
Marty and Doc. 1, 2, 3, 9.
Wow.
Would you put?
I said 7. Okay, you really rated them high.
I like them. Chewie and Han Solo. Oh boy, I'm in trouble for this one. 1, 2, 3, 6.
4.
Sorry, Star Wars fans.
Yeah.
Felix and Oscar. 1, 2, 3, 6.
9. Oh.
You really like them.
I do. Yep. Oh, and by the way, I should tell you that they took the Broadway play, and they rewrote it using women characters. And a few years ago, our community theater put it on, and my daughters played the Felix and Oscar characters.
I didn't know that. What was it called?
It's called The Odd Couple. But Jessica played the character that we would know as Oscar, and Hannah played the character known as Felix. I don't remember what the women's names were, but yeah, it was the play, but it was just adapted to be women.
Wow.
Yeah.
So you're mad at me because
No.
you wanted Felix and Oscar to be.
No, not at all.
I'm sorry. Okay, Butch Cassidy and Sundance Kid. 1, 2, 3, 8.
7. Oh, okay.
Well, you made me feel like they were. I mean, I have seen the movie.
Okay.
Yeah. So the worst is Chewie and Han Solo.
Okay.
The best is that we have a three-way tie that I guess do we need to break a tiebreaker or not?
Well, what are they?
Laurel and Hardy, Marty and Doc, and Abbott and Costello.
No, let's not break it.
Okay.
Let's just go with that three-way tie.
Okay. All right. We're ready for musical duos now.
Musical duos, yes. I think we have actually have 9 of these, but that's all right. Let's begin with Simon and Garfunkel.
We have 8.
We have 8. Okay. All right. I'm sorry. You're
Well,
right.
now let's-
Okay.
Yeah. Okay.
All right. So I'll give the first 4. Simon and Garfunkel. Paul Simon, Art Garfunkel. Like a bridge over troubled water. Yeah. Great harmonies. Great songs.
Listen to the sound.
Of silence. Yep. If you've seen the movie The Graduate, the whole soundtrack is Simon and Garfunkel songs.
Yep.
And then you have Sonny and Cher. Babe,
I got you, babe.
You remember watching their show on TV every week?
Yeah.
I
You
do
know,
too.
they were a very popular variety show. Those variety shows can't make it today.
No, they can't. But I think Sonny and Cher set the bar. All those other like Donnie Marie, those others that came along, they came after Sonny and Cher. Sonny and Cher kind of set the mark.
Well, it was Dean Martin. Dean Martin variety show was great.
Yeah, well, that was one person though. I'm talking about a couple.
Well, you don't have to be like that, Dave.
Because Carol Burnett came along before Sonny and Cher, and she had a great show. But I'm talking about a double bill.
Okay. Yes. Okay. Oh, what did you say something? Okay. All right. You had to make your point. You had to make your point. I get it. I'm sorry. I said Dean Martin. I'm
Dean
sorry.
who?
I know. Okay. The Carpenters.
The Carpenters. Yeah.
Give me their
Karen,
names.
Richard. Karen and Richard
Yep.
Carpenter.
Yep.
I'm telling you what, no purer voice than Karen Carpenter. Just wonderful music. Can you tell I kind of like some of the music of the early 70s, but it was just good stuff.
Name
Brother
a
and
song.
sister,
Name a song.
For all we know. Oh shoot.
Looks like we made it.
No, that's Barry Manilow.
Oh, okay. Oh, well, I'll tell you this. They had a ton of Christmas songs.
Yes, they did. I'm on the top of the world.
Oh, yeah.
Down on
I
creation.
didn't know that was Christmas.
No. I was ignoring your Christmas.
Oh,
I
okay.
came up with another Carpenters
All
song.
right. They were good. And it was a tragedy.
Yes.
What
her
happened?
death was a tragedy. Yes.
She just could not. She needed help and she tried.
Yeah. Unfortunately, back in those days, not a lot of people were aware of
No.
eating disorders.
Mm-mm.
And I just don't think that she could find the help that she really needed.
Well, wasn't she bulimic or was she
Anorexic,
Okay.
I believe. Yeah.
Yeah, not good. Okay, who else do you have?
June Carter and Johnny Cash.
I love them.
I do too. And I'll be honest with you. I was not really familiar with them until I saw the movie Walk the Line with Joaquin Phoenix and Reese Witherspoon.
Yep. Good
And
movie.
and then I kind of got into that music and their connection, their story.
Yeah. They're, I think, didn't they become Christians later on in life?
I believe that's the case. Yes.
Yeah.
They came to know the Lord. Mm-hmm.
And they did some stuff, I think, if I'm not mistaken, for like Billy Graham and stuff, didn't they?
Well, I do know that there was yes, you were correct. There was a movie that came out and Johnny Cash, I believe, narrated it for Billy Graham. Yeah.
Something gospel, something. I can't remember what it was.
Yeah. Something gospel something. That's exactly what it was.
It sounds like a country song.
You can go on IMDb and check it out. It's something gospel something.
Yes.
And you'll find all kinds of stuff for that. So
Yeah, and let us know what you think of that song.
yeah.
Pretty good. Okay. Jan and Dean.
Jan and Dean.
The little old lady from Pasadena.
Yeah.
That's
You know,
good.
I always thought that Jan and Dean were a lot like the Beach Boys. And so honestly, sometimes I can't really tell the difference.
Well, it was during that time when,
Yeah,
when
beach
that
music.
kind of stuff was going on. You had I'm trying to think they did songs about the beach and cars.
Yes. Yep.
Like Dead Man's Curve. There's another song.
Car 54, where are you?
Yeah, Car 54, where are you? Oh, yeah, you're funny. I can't remember any other ones. I really can't.
Yeah, we're old.
They did do a song called Batman, though.
Batman.
I don't remember what it was, but
it was about a shark jumping onto a person's leg.
Okay, well, if we haven't lost our people yet, we're losing them right now. So, okay, what's the next one you have?
Well, how about the Everly Brothers?
Yeah. For the life of me, why am I drawing a blank on the Everly Brothers songs?
Oh, Wake Up, Little Susie.
Oh, yeah. Yep.
The Everly Brothers, you ready for this? They were from Shenandoah, Iowa, which was about 17 miles from where I grew up in Clarinda, Iowa. And yep, that's where they got their start.
Now, are any of them alive still?
I believe they're both still alive.
Do they come back to Shenandoah and sing?
I don't think they have for a long time, but they used to. That'd be fun, wouldn't it?
It would be fun. Yeah. One of my favorite, what were they, in the late 60s?
Yeah.
Okay, so what's his name? Oh my goodness. Gary Puckett. Remember Gary Puckett?
I truly don't.
It's Lady Willpower, different things like it's really, he had some good songs. I'd love to see them talking about old school stuff. Okay, then what about Hall and Oates? One of my favorite 70s and 80s.
Hall and Oates, Daryl Hall and John Oates. Yeah,
man, they're good. And I'm telling you what, Daryl Hall is still good today, being almost, I don't know, I think he's almost 80 years old. Am I correct in that, Dave?
Oh, you know what? That's a good question. I don't know for sure, I guess.
Let's ask I'm sending a message to our research team. He's 74.
He's 74. All right.
I can't remember.
I also need to say that Phil Everly died in 2014.
Okay. We should have had our research team do some of this stuff for us because, but you know, Daryl Hall has live. What is it? Daryl's house, and he'd bring in people from singers from today in the past, and they would sing like Kenny Loggins. He'd bring in, and they would sing together Kenny Loggins songs, and then Kenny Loggins would sing songs of Daryl of Hall and Oates.
Oh,
really good. Still good. I mean, really.
You know, the closest I ever got to fame was one time I saw a guy driving a truck to the Quaker plant, and I said, "Hey, what are you doing?" And he says, "Hall and Oates."
Okay. This could be our last podcast.
Yeah. It could be.
Okay. Then the last one is Sandy and Danny.
Sandy and Danny from Grease.
Very good together. Now, unfortunately, they only had one movie together.
Yeah.
They did a Grease 2, which I didn't care for.
Were they in Grease too? I don't even think they were.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to tell you something. I do not like Grease.
I mean, the only thing about Grease is the cars and the summer feel, but it was not. I have to watch the TV version of it because other than that, it's.
I don't like the play. I don't like the movie, and it's mainly because of the message that it sends out.
Yeah.
If she changes, if she'll change, then they'll be a good couple. But he doesn't.
No,
It's a very sexist movie, to be
it
honest.
is. It's not. It's not good. I mean, really. A few songs in it. I like Beauty School Dropout because that's
Yeah.
a classic 60s type song, even though this was done in the 70s. But you're right. It was not.
Well, it's
No.
set in the 50s though, so that's why.
Right. Yeah.
How about Hopelessly Devoted to You?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Well, okay. So
Ready to
let's
vote?
go ahead. Yep. Simon and Garfunkel.
1, 2, 3. 8.
7.
Okay.
Sonny and Cher. 1, 2, 3, 8.
5.
Okay.
Ooh.
We're not really on. Last time we were on pretty close.
No. I went a little.
You're waiting for me to say something first. You're not saying it with me. You need to say it with me. 1, 2, 3, number.
I'm actually saying it before you.
Uh,
There must be a time lag or something in our Zoom. But let me tell you why I voted Sonny and Cher a little lower, and it's because of Cher.
I don't
mean,
like.
it's not-
I'm not a Cher fan,
Yeah,
but
I'm not a Cher fan, so she takes them down.
but I didn't think we were voting just on one person. I thought we were voting on them as a
But-
duet.
I think as a duet they suffer because of her.
Okay, that's
It's kind
your
of like
own.
two Daves. We suffer because of you.
Oh, okay. Let's go on.
All right, the Carpenters.
That was good for you.
All right,
You're waking up. I like that.
the
okay.
Carpenters.
Yep.
1, 2, 3, 9.
1. No. I give them a 7.
All right, that's better than 1.
I just wanted to do that. Yeah. Okay, June Carter and Johnny Cash. Sorry, I'll be serious from now on.
Okay.
Okay. June Carter and Johnny Cash. 1, 2, 3, 7.
6.
See, you're saying that after me.
I said it at the same time this time.
No.
Okay, listeners, tell us.
Okay.
Who's right.
Jan and Dean. 1, 2,
3,
3.
4.
There we go.
I said it first.
Okay. Everly Brothers. 1, 2, 3, 6. Ooh. Well, you're saying it because Shenandoah. So
No, I love their harmonies.
yeah, they're good. Hall and Oates. 1, 2, 3, 9.
6. Ooh.
What'd you say?
6.
And Sandy and Danny. 1, 2, 3, 3.
4.
Okay. So what we have is the most popular is the Carpenters. My son Clay cannot stand the Carpenters.
What? Really?
Yeah. So one Christmas I got him a used record of the Carpenters. He just about blew a gasket.
That's
And
okay.
the
You know,
worst-
one Christmas, my sister got me Justin Bieber's Christmas CD.
And the least favorite was Sandy and Danny. Okay. How are we doing?
Yeah.
We're doing pretty good.
We're
I'd
doing
say-
pretty good. Let's go on to, we won't spend as much time on these. These are food duos. So they're not people, but food duos. And I'll start with the first few sets here. How about
Okay.
macaroni and cheese?
Yes, that's a classic favorite. I love it.
Yeah. And then peanut butter and jelly. I mean, that's probably the biggest one right there. PB&J.
Now, who's the introvert there and who's the extrovert there?
Yeah. I don't think that counts in this
Oh,
particular.
okay.
Yeah.
Okay, gotcha. Well,
And then,
and then-
here's a great breakfast: biscuits and gravy.
oh, yes.
And as long as we're talking about breakfast, how about bacon and eggs?
Oh, yeah. Oh, man. Well,
All right, your turn.
there's chicken and noodles.
Oh man,
Only when the noodles are homemade.
that's right, Dave. I
Yeah.
agree with you.
Yep. Then it's the best. If it's other than that, forget it.
Yeah. I mean, it's okay. I like soup. And so I don't mind on a cold winter's day coming home for lunch and cracking up a can of Progresso or Campbell's chicken noodle soup. But I'm telling you, for a decent meal, it's got to be homemade noodles and chicken.
If it was a trio, it would be chicken, noodles, and mashed potatoes.
Yeah. Yes, absolutely right.
Okay. Yep. Spaghetti and meatballs.
Oh, yeah. Yes.
Good. Here's one of my favorites: salt and pepper.
Salt and pepper. Yeah.
Well, really, you talk about popularity. That's probably one of the most popular food duos out there. It's on every table in a restaurant.
It is.
And it's probably in every home.
According to my wife.
Yes.
And you pass the salt or pepper. You don't pass the salt or pepper. You pass the salt and pepper. So in other words, if I would ask, hey, can you pass me the salt, please? It would be rude for that person to only hand me the salt. They should hand the salt and pepper. Now, I don't agree with that, but that's my wife's thinking. Is they go together so strongly that they have to be passed together.
Your wife also told me that when you go to the convenience store and you get fuel for your mower, and if you go to the table and pass the fuel, you're passing gas.
Yes.
Okay. All right. The next one would be fish and chips.
Fish and chips. Hey, I was in England and Wales a few years ago, and I'm telling you what, they know how to do fish and chips up right.
Okay, so I've never been to England. I'd love to go there, but I've been to Epcot, England, where
they know how to do it, I bet.
Yeah, because they have to be from that country. And that is one of my favorite stops, the fish and chips. It's incredible.
I don't know if Brian and Misty Elliott listened to this, but we had fish and chips in their home. And that was one of my highlights of that trip.
Let me ask you, what do you put on fish?
Tartar sauce.
And malt vinegar.
Now, I don't do that. They do that in England, but I'm American.
Oh, so well, I Long John Silver's, you had that. My wife hates it. If Long John Silver's had malt vinegar that you'd put on there.
Really?
It's good, man.
Well, I guess I have to confess, I don't think I've ever tried malt vinegar on my fish because I'm just so enamored with tartar sauce. That's what I have to eat. So I'll have to try that.
Tartar sauce. Okay, next. You're on next.
Am I on next? All right. How about burger and fries?
Yes.
Gotta have burgers and fries.
I'm getting hungry.
Oh, me too. And then, of course, bread and butter.
Yes, that is good. I don't know about you, but I used to eat a lot of bread and butter. And I mean, that's probably why I got a little heavy, but bread and butter is incredible.
Do you know what I used to eat when I was a kid? I put mustard and sugar on my bread.
Ooh, nice.
Oh, I tried it again as an adult a few years ago. Oh, it was nasty. But when I was a kid, I loved to put mustard and sugar. But butter and sugar is good on bread.
Yes, and cinnamon.
Yeah, come on now.
That's right. That's right.
Here's another one: nachos and cheese.
Yes.
Yeah.
I like that. It has to be good cheese, though.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. Has to have a bite to it.
Yeah. My favorite nacho chips is either at a really good Mexican restaurant or at a really good barbecue store. Barbecue.
Yeah. Yep. Yep. You bet.
Yeah.
And they often serve at a Mexican restaurant, they'll bring you chips and they'll also bring you salsa. Well, that's good. But we always order queso. We love to have our chips with our cheese. Just something about nachos and cheese.
When we were together, and by the way, I just listened to our podcast that dropped today on where faith and patriotism meet. We talked about we were going to do a podcast together. Well, we were together, but that never happened. But we did eat Mexican food and had a good time together.
We did. We had a great time. We just didn't have time to work.
We even sang together, which was fun.
We did. We sang a couple songs together at your church.
We did.
So that was fun. We'll have to put that up on the Instagram.
Yep, we'll do that. We'll do that. And then what's the last one?
Mashed potatoes and gravy.
Oh, give it to me. I want it now.
Yeah, there's one.
I can eat that all the time. Oh, there is? Oh, ketchup and mustard.
Ketchup and mustard, yeah.
Yeah, I found out that we're talking about eating at Made Right store in Marshalltown,
Yes.
which is an iconic loose meat sandwich restaurant. It's been around forever. And that you don't have ketchup, but you put mustard is the thing for that.
Yes.
And not ketchup.
And that makes sense to me.
Yeah.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
Dave, when I was in your town last month,
Yeah.
I did not go to Made Right. I did, but it was packed. There was a line to get in the door, and this was at 2:00 in the afternoon, and I couldn't believe it. So we had to just move on and go somewhere else to eat.
Was that Saturday?
It was on a Saturday. Yes.
Yeah. Huh. That's too bad.
Yeah, I am very disappointed because it had been a few years since I'd been there, and I was wanting to Made Right. But
They just opened up for dine-in here recently, so.
that's, yeah.
Okay, well, let's go ahead and vote. I think we'll do this real quickly. We'll just do to 2, okay? Mac and cheese. 1, 2, 10. Wow.
I'm a mac and cheese fan myself.
Okay, biscuits and gravy. 1, 2, 10.
5. I probably, you know what? I would have gone higher, but you threw me off when you didn't count to 3. I probably would have said 8. Seriously, let's go with 8 on that.
You want 8? Okay,
Yeah.
18 then.
I love biscuits and gravy.
All right.
Can't believe I said 5.
Bacon and eggs. 1, 2, 3, 6.
8.
You're waiting way later after me.
I don't know
Okay.
if you're counting to 3 or 2 or 10.
We're going 2.
Okay.
Burgers and fries. 1, 2,
8.
8. Yeah, there you go. Okay. Bread and butter. 1, 2, 9.
6.
Are you struggling there, Dave? Was saying
No,
what?
I'm good. I'm good.
Okay. Mashed potatoes and gravy. 1, 2, 8.
7.
Okay.
And the reason why, it has to be a good gravy.
Yeah, it does.
Yeah.
I agree. Yeah. Okay. Peanut butter and jelly. 1, 2, 10.
10. Wow. Okay.
I got some, these are easy for me. Chicken and noodles, homemade noodles.
Mm-hmm.
1, 2,
10. What'd you say?
8.
Slob.
Spaghetti and meatballs. 1, 2,
10.
7. Salt and pepper. 1, 2,
8.
9.
I probably would have gone higher, but I'm happy to lay off the salt and pepper.
Yeah, I'm too. Fish and chips. England style. Ready? 1, 2,
10.
9. Ooh. Chips and nachos. American style.
Nachos and cheese. Yeah.
What did I say?
You said chips and nachos. Nachos are chips.
But it's on here. You see that?
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, people, I'm glad you're not reading our paper here, but we have chips and cheese. 1, 2,
10.
5.
Oh, you're not as big a fan of it as I am, huh?
Well, because there's no salsa. I need salsa.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Ketchup and mustard. 1, 2,
7.
10. All right.
I could take mustard and leave ketchup a lot of times.
Yeah.
So
This is surprising.
what do you got?
Fish and chips, number 1 with 19.
Okay.
And the lowest with 13 is mac and cheese, which makes me really mad.
Well, that's my fault. Sorry.
Yeah.
Well, then we have, we're going to totally switch gears and go to biblical duos.
I think we'll probably have to close with this one.
Okay, we can do that.
Okay. Go ahead and start. Let's talk about it and then vote on them.
Adam and Eve, the first couple in the Bible, first couple in history, Adam and Eve.
What makes them such a good duo? They were the first couple.
They were the first couple. Yeah. I mean, they're
no one was before them.
Yeah. They're having to figure it out.
Yeah.
By the way,
yeah.
Have you ever watched the Skit guys do their sketch on Adam and Eve? YouTube it. One of the funniest things I've ever seen in my life.
I will. That'd be good. Okay. I'll watch that. Okay. Samson and Delilah.
Yeah, that's quite a duo.
That was a hot mess duo right there.
That was a mess.
That was not a lot of good chemistry there.
Oh.
A lot of tension right there.
Yeah. How about Mary and Joseph?
Yes. To me, I look at them as like Adam and Eve. They're first. No one has ever carried the Son of God. They were trying to figure it out. To me, I see a lot of similarities there.
Joseph is one of my favorite characters in the Bible.
Yeah. He doesn't get enough
bride to be that he has never come together with.
Yep.
Has come up pregnant.
Yep.
And
should have been stoned.
Is that it's the Son of God.
Yeah.
And he had faith and he believed. And just
after the angel of the Lord came.
Yeah, after the angel came. But he still loved her and he took her as his wife and raised Jesus as his own until he died somewhere along the line. So,
well, he was madder than hops at her, though, when he found out, I'm sure.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah. Okay. Davy and Goliath. That was a great cartoon I used to watch. It was really good.
I don't know about you, Dave, but I think David has always been one of my favorite characters, and I'm sure it has something to do with his name.
I think so too.
Yeah.
I think so too.
How about Cain and Abel?
Well, there's opposites. Opposites big time there.
There's two brothers that are totally different.
Yeah, that's for sure. Mary and Martha.
Mary and Martha, two sisters.
Two sisters. Totally yes.
And then, how about Sodom and Gomorrah? Not two people, but two cities.
Similar yet different.
Uh-huh.
And the only reason why I'd say it's different because Lot and his family didn't live in one of them.
Yeah. Yeah. Certainly more attention is given to Sodom.
Yeah. Both wicked.
Both wicked cities. Yep.
Heard a great sermon today on that. And then James and John.
James and John, two more brothers.
Sons of Thunder.
Yes. Yep.
And then they were transformed.
Yep. The nut didn't fall too far from the tree there.
No, it did not. They were a hot mess at the beginning as well.
Yeah, they were. And their mother wasn't much better.
No. So we're never going to vote. Adam and Eve.
This is tough, Dave, because
I'm afraid some curse could come down on me here on this one.
Because some of these are naturally complement each other, like Mary and Joseph. Some of them are natural foes, like David and Goliath. So I don't know how you can really vote on these. Should we just skip voting on the biblical duos?
Yeah, but if I were going to say the best ones for me, let's say I can pick the top three. I'd say Adam and Eve, Mary and Joseph, and David and Goliath.
That's exactly what I was thinking.
Yeah. And the worst out of that would be
Cain and Abel.
Cain and Abel or Mary and Martha.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I
okay.
definitely say Cain and Abel. So
do we want to quickly just give this last list?
Yeah, let's just do this real fast.
The miscellaneous duos.
Holmes and Watson.
Yep, there's a good one.
Great duo.
Very, very good. Count of three. 1, 2, 3.
8.
7. Okay. Wow.
How about Jack and Jill?
Ooh, you mean the ones that went up a hill?
Well, yes, they went up a hill to fetch a pail of water. Jack fell down and broke his crown.
He was
and
king.
Jill came tumbling after.
He was king. So was he King Jack?
I don't know. I think his crown means his head.
Oh, okay.
He broke his head. He broke his head. How do you do that?
And Jill was dead.
Well, she
And
just
that's
couldn't
the
tell
end
me
of the
how.
story. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Jack and Jill on the count of 3. 1, 2, 3. 2.
1.
This is miscellaneous. Okay. Batman and Robin.
Batman and Robin. I think we've talked a lot about those tonight.
We have. And if I have to say, I want to talk about Batman and Robin. For me, I'm voting on Batman and Robin, the TV show.
Okay, let's do that.
Okay. All right. Ready? 1, 2, 3.
10.
10.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right, Superman and Lex.
Ooh.
Again,
Mm.
not like Batman and Robin. They were not compatriots, but they were.
Arch nemesis.
Have you seen Smallville?
Yes.
Interesting origin story there on the relationship between.
It was. I mean, it's interesting. It was it's always been good. Okay. Count of 3. 1, 2, 3.
4.
8.
Oh.
I guess I liked him a little bit more than you do.
Well, I voted low because I don't think because of the conflict between the two. I think more than anything.
I think that's what made him interesting.
Oh yeah, they're interesting, but I just like Batman and Robin better.
That's true. Okay. All right. How about Penn and Teller?
Penn and Teller.
The magicians or the illusionists?
Yes, one talks and the other one doesn't.
Yes. Now in real life, they both talk.
Yes.
Yeah.
Matter of fact, I saw one of them played the one that doesn't talk. Who's that? Teller or Penn?
Yeah.
Teller. I saw him on The Big Bang Theory. He played somebody's dad on a couple of episodes.
That's right.
And he spoke.
Right.
Yeah, wait, he's speaking. Wow.
Yeah, that's right. Okay. Penn and Teller. Count of 3. 1, 2, 3.
6.
3.
You had 3. Okay. I probably went a little high.
I think you did. Beauty and the Beast.
Mm-hmm. Okay. 1, 2, 3. 9.
9.
All right.
Woo. We're close there. Calvin and Hobbes, a great comic
Cartoon
strip.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Did you read them much?
I didn't. I honestly, I did. I could never get into Calvin and Hobbes.
I read them and I liked their relationship, but it wasn't like some of the other comic strips.
Sure.
Garfield, I loved always.
Garfield, yes.
The
Blondie and Dagwood.
Yeah, there's a lot of good ones there. Family Circus, I love that.
Oh, yes. Yep.
Okay, Calvin and Hobbes. 1, 2, 3.
2.
3. Okay. JFK and Jackie.
JFK and Jackie. Who put this down on this list?
Not Jackie. What is her name? What's her?
Jackie.
Yeah, Jackie.
Yeah. Yeah, JFK and Jackie.
But that wasn't on your list?
I don't remember seeing that until just now.
You're the one that said it.
I probably did.
Okay. JFK and Jacqueline.
1,
1,
2, 3. 2.
7. Oh, okay.
I say 2 because, I mean, he was so unfaithful to her. I think it was pretty much a loveless marriage. And so, yeah.
It was all about money and power.
Yep, that's absolutely right.
I put it at that high because of how it ended.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
And then Ken and Barbie.
Ken and Barbie.
Any comments on Ken and Barbie?
Let's vote.
Okay. 1, 2, 3,
1.
2.
Sorry,
No,
I never played with Ken and Barbie.
I
Sorry,
had Ken.
sorry, daughters.
I don't know why I had Ken.
You had Ken?
My wife had Barbies. So eventually, metaphorically speaking, Ken met Barbie.
Yeah, that's a huge metaphor. That's a stretch metaphor. I'm telling you right now.
Dave, we're missing one.
We are. I know. We're missing the best one of the bunch.
I really think that the one that we're going to mention is probably the ultimate winner.
Yeah.
We can only do 1 through 10, but I think I might have to go higher.
Yeah, I agree. The 2 Daves.
Mm.
Yeah.
The chemistry is incredible.
Yeah.
One's funny, one's not.
Yes. Yep.
One has good hair, the other one doesn't.
Yep. One's good
One
looking.
has
Ugly.
Yeah. One has all their teeth, the other one doesn't.
Yeah. I didn't know you didn't have your teeth.
No.
Wow.
It's a great dynamic duo.
Yeah, it really is.
I think we need to vote.
Okay.
1, 2, 3. 15. You voted 1 and I voted 15. What? You'd have put us below Ken and Barbie.
I thought you were setting the whole thing up to vote low.
See, you don't know how the other one's good. That's what makes it so good.
That's right.
All right.
Never know. Zig,
The
you
low-
zig, I zag.
The low is a tie. Jack and Jill and Ken and Barbie are low.
Oh, yeah, I can believe that. Mm-hmm.
And the winning miscellaneous duo, dynamic duo is Batman and Robin.
Batman and Robin.
Woo!
Okay.
Good stuff, man. We made it.
We did. And hey, listen, I want to thank Andy. I want to thank him for being with us. I want to thank Dan Quayle. I just want to thank for all their assistance.
Yes. Yeah. I want to thank your dummy.
Yes.
And I want to thank my mom and dad for making it possible for me.
Yeah.
Be the star of the show. And
I want to thank your mom and dad for not suffocating you at birth like they often wanted to.
Okay. Hey, thanks again for joining us and doing life with us for this short time. And as always, if you enjoyed this podcast, we would love for you to share, subscribe, do whatever you have to do to spread the word. Just, stand on the corner and say, we'll work for Dave and Dave podcast. Just do that. See what happens.
And I don't know if Dave's already said this, but don't forget to comment wherever you listen to this podcast. Help us increase our podcasting viewership this coming week. And until next time, remember that 2 Daves are always better than one.
We only got 16.